He and I just had a convers we just had a conversation about that yesterday.
Yeah,
Um, how people keep, hitting us with, you guys should do this, you should do that, you should do that. And I understand it, but we didn't this was not created for that
to
purpose,
make 1 million off the kids.
you know.
It ain't
That
happening.
wasn't created for that purpose.
No.
It was created to give access for the
Yes.
kids and their
Yes.
families
Yes.
at a hopefully we'll get to a point where we don't charge any kid, any family,
Yes.
and they have 100% access to all these things we offer, and they will thrive.
Yep.
This is our what, third year of lacrosse, our fourth year, really, the start of our fourth year, but of lacrosse, and we had our first lacrosse commit to college on a
Wow.
scholarship. So that's never happened in the city of Springfield. So
Right.
these kids are working hard, and I'm a firm believer in, you give our kids the opportunity, same opportunity, even the
Right.
playing field, and that's what I think we're here for. You know what I mean? Like that's what it's about. Yeah, could we monetize this? I'm sure, but that's not, I think, what the goal was never that. The goal
No.
was never that. It was
No.
never that. It was always, what we've kept it at, and we've tried to maintain our integrity by sticking to that, but also staying grounded. We're a grassroots organization from Springfield. We're gonna keep it that way.
No.
We're not looking to go global and all that other stuff.
Amen.
But anyway,
With that, bro, with that, no, I
yes, sir.
appreciate your insight. For the folks just getting on, y'all missed a lot, but that was intentional, and it is what it is. But no, my guy Mike, you've always taken care of me, bro, in a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Just went over the therapizing and the therapies. You saved my life in the public schools in many ways, shapes, and forms. Just uh, it's not it's not that deep. Or validating Alex. That is very deep. You should actually go fight. And I appreciate the
No
heck out of
problem.
you in both ways. Uh,
Mhm.
but the point of today, the top of the conversation, I think the heck out of you. You know what I'm saying? You've done umpteen years
No,
with
no,
ballers, you've done umpteen years with
no,
Central
just
girls basketball, you've mentored men. I've seen the folks that have come in and out of the office
yeah,
when I was with you, and all them folks are still taking care of business till this day. So it's not just a today impact; it's a residual impact. Again, the
absolutely.
importance of leadership, the importance of mentorship. That's why I'm grateful, that you're here to support, that you're here to have the conversation with me. Uh,
Oh, thank you.
so please, bro, what does leadership mean to you?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. Because I'm very humbled to be here to watch you grow, and from our numerous conversations over the years, and watching this come to fruition for you. So first of all, kudos to you and your hard work. And but man, yeah, let's dig into it. Leadership is a very broad term for me. It means a lot of things. It means a lot of things. And a big part of that is what you said, that the residual piece. Um, to me, leadership is being in a position where you recognize someone's potential, and you help them, number one, to see that potential, and then help them get, or put them in places where they will be successful and they can understand. For example, if I, will take coaching. If I'm the head coach of a basketball team, I have an assistant coach. Well, my goal is not only to develop the kids that I'm coaching, but develop the staff so that they go on to be head coaches of their own programs as well. It's not about competition. It's about all of us working hard to get better, challenging one another to be better. Because if we're better, now we can better serve one another, but serve our greater community. So when I think of leadership, that's one of the aspects that I think of, is seeing the potential in others, helping them realize their potential, and then getting them to where they need to be. Um, and then leadership is also, for me, it's example. And leadership looks different. Um, One of the things that I'm big on is I call it managing by walking around. right? And so when we talk about leadership, some people have different styles, but I think for me and my experiences, the most effective style is being present. Leadership is being present. Leadership is listening, listening to your staff, listening to your coaches, listening to whoever you supervise or you oversee. So leadership is about listening. You have to humble yourself. You have to listen, and you have to now guide. And then the other piece is leadership is about solution based. It's
Mm,
not about problems. You identify the problem, but it's coming with solutions, right? And we know in our careers, there's a million people that'll come to you with a problem every single day, whether it be, hey, the coffee's too cold, hey, whatever, the parking lot's full, it's whatever, whatever, right? But who's coming with those solutions? That's what leadership is, right? And we want to develop our people to be those people to identify what the issue is, but then say, hey, Alex, I noticed that the coffee, every time I get coffee, it's cold or it's not working. But guess what? I have these solutions. So let's try them out. So that's another thing about leadership is um, recognizing what a problem is and coming with a solution or solutions.
yeah,
And then you have to be an example. You have to be an example of that, which means you have to believe in that. Leadership is not something you can fake. It's either real or it's not.
that's right.
Um, and I'm a firm believer in rolling your sleeves up and doing the work. That's leadership. Rolling your sleeves up, doing the work. Um, and sometimes you have to do that. Everyone learns differently. Some people are more visual learners, so you may have to get out there and demonstrate whatever it may be. You may have to say, okay, you know, I see that you're having some difficulties with this. Here, let's sit down and let's do this together. Let me show you. That's leadership. Gaining the trust of those that you supervise, that you manage, whatever the case may be. That's leadership. Um, and then there's the other side of leadership, making the tough decisions.
Mm,
That piece right there is, and that's where you have to get into your goal setting and you have to keep those things in mind. Um, what I usually do when I have tasks at hand, I write down my goals. I write my goals down and I put them on my mirror every day so I have to see them. That helps remind me so that everything that I'm doing concerning this project or whatever it may be, is it helping me reach those goals? And if it is, then I'm on the right path. If
yes.
it isn't, then I need to take a different direction, right? Sometimes when we're caught in the midst of things, we allow emotions to get the best of us. And that's why I try to keep those goals there because regardless of whatever, someone could crap on you. Someone could, oh man, this deal fell through, or hey, this person was supposed to meet with me and now they canceled, or da, I can't let my emotions be like, well, the hell with them. When emotions are high, common sense is low. So we have to take a step back. Okay. Regroup and keep in mind those goals. And leadership is just that. It's about being driven. It's about having a purpose and it's showing what that purpose is, having those conversations. Um, One of the things I can tell you with us, with the Springfield Ballers, what I do every time we have our board meeting, we read our vision and our mission statement. And we do that to keep that fresh in everyone's mind.
Yeah.
You ask any of our board members, oh, well, what's the mission of the Springfield Ballers? Boom, they can tell you because you need to keep that in your mental Rolodex. This is why we're doing the work. And that helps you with getting through those difficult times. So leadership is always keeping everyone on the same page. We can disagree, but as long as we have that same goal, now it's a matter of how do we get to that goal together. So leadership to me are so many different things. It's so many different things. Um, you can't just put it into, one category.
That's right.
It's a bunch of things, but it's also checking yourself. Starts with you. Check yourself, humble yourself, understand what your purpose is, what your goals are, and making sure that every step you take is getting you closer to that goal, getting the people you're with, bringing them with you. And that's the other thing. Leadership is about bringing those around you, supporting them, and uplifting them, bringing them with you. Yeah, you'll lose some along the way. You will. It happens. But that's the goal is, hey, this is my goal. We understand the mission, the vision, we see it, we understand. So let's do this together. So you really gotta roll those sleeves up. You know, I've never seen anything be successful by, or I don't want to say anything, but I have never seen things come to fruition for people if they are not willing to, number one, humble themselves, roll their sleeves up, and do the work. So leadership is action. It's doing.
Yeah,
So
no.
that's kind of it from for
No,
me.
no, no, bro. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot. And the one thing that always resounded, since the day I met you, 2016, September 2016, when bro was like,
Yeah.
I know a guy who can actually help you do something. It's always been harped on, you do the work and then
Right.
get paid later. You know what I'm saying? Just do the work,
You do the
prove,
work.
minimal viable product, do the work,
That's right.
get it going, and then we reiterate and then get paid.
That's
That's
right.
just the way things go.
That's right.
So with all those good things,
Hmm.
do you feel like there are any traits that separate a good from a great leader?
That's a good question. Number one, to be truly passionate. I think that is one of the traits to me, a good leader is someone, if you were to take out the money piece, would they still be as passionate and work as hard to achieve this goal? Um, and don't get me wrong, money is what make the world go
Yeah.
round, and we all need that to survive, right? So I don't want to make it sound like money is not part of it, but you got to have a true passion for what you're doing, the work you're doing, because if not, when it gets tough, it's easier to quit. So you have to have that passion because that's what's going to drive you when days are dark, when it feels like the lights are about to cut off, and what's going to push you if that money isn't there, what's going to push you, motivate you to do that? So having a true passion for the work you're doing, having a true passion. Um, and then number two, you got to be humble. You know, it's okay to be confident, but you still have to be humble. You have to be willing to, again, take a step back and listen and listen. Leaders are effective communicators and they're great listeners. Um, so those are the two biggest things, and obviously, having the knowledge of what it is you're trying, whatever your goals are, you got to have the knowledge. So those are some of the characteristics, the passion, the commitment, being humble and willing to work and do the right things
Yeah.
with that work because it's the right thing to do when no one's looking. Because now you get into that's where the longevity comes in.
Right. Right. Yeah, no. No, I appreciate you, bro. And as always, I'm always open to the wisdom. I'm always open, and I appreciate the heck out of it. And whoever listens to this, I hope you get just as much as I always do whenever I talk to coach. Um, well, I appreciate the time you spent, I always
Mhm.
open up the floor last minute, last 2 minutes. Is there
Okay.
anything you want to promote? Is there anything going on in your life? I know the
Well,
books are always in the forefront. You're always
yeah,
promoting the
yeah,
students, the event,
yeah. It is.
please.
Well, first, let me plug you. The work you're doing. is amazing. Like I said, it's for someone I've been blessed to watch it start on the ground floor and to watch the work you're doing and putting it all together. And now some things starting to really pop up, and now you're getting some steam. It's great to see it. It's great to see it. So, just as much as you may have gotten out of our conversations and talks, and I I did as well. It helped me. It helped me be better. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you and shout out to you. Um, Second thing is, yeah, the Springfield Ballers, man. We're going, we're growing, we're doing some good things. The kids are doing some great things, and we just ask the community to continue to support us like they have. They've been wonderful, and without the community, there would be no Springfield Ballers. Um, so this is not just a me thing, and this is our community thing. Our community has done this, and to watch our kids grow, to watch our young ladies, young men being thriving in quote unquote non-traditional inner city sports. We have a golf program of 40 kids. We have 40 kids from third grade to eighth grade
Mm.
that are golfing, man, and they're doing some big things. You see them on the Saturday, and they got their polos on, and they got their clubs, and it's a wonderful thing, man. It's a wonderful thing. And you watch we now have a track and field program, and watching our young ladies and our young men out there competing and working hard, and exhibiting, just what team is and hard work. And so we're growing, man. We're growing. We have some great things going on with our lacrosse program. We have our first young lady that is college bound, for she's going to be playing lacrosse in college. Um, she's recognized for her hard work, so we're so excited for that. And so the Sprinkle Ballers, we're doing some really good things, and I'm really, really happy and excited and thankful, to the community for the support. And on a personal level, I got some things in the works. You and I have talked, and
Yeah,
got some really good news the other day, and things are really growing. And I would say this to anyone out there: whatever your dreams may be, um, you can achieve it. It may not look like this nice shiny path, but don't ever let anyone stop you from believing and working toward what your dreams are. Um, I'm gonna be making some announcements in probably the next couple months, but yeah, some really good things going on, man. So I just want to thank you for this time as well. Thank you. So anything I can do, I'm always here.
appreciate it, bro, for real.
Absolutely, absolutely.